And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Trinidad and Tobago versus Haiti 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup Group D. The second of three matches for all four of these teams today, of course. But first off, we start with Trinidad versus Haiti. Trinidad versus Haiti is what we start with in Houston. Trinidad got owned by the USA 5-0. Haiti lost 1-0 to Saudi Arabia due to a penalty scored by the Saudis. And here we are. Both these teams need a win to have any shot of advancing out of this group. Certainly is the second place team. Maybe first place if Saudi Arabia. Well, no. Trinidad still has to play Saudi. If you're Trinidad, you probably want the USA to win today or at least get a draw. With that being said, Atletico's beating Seattle Sounders 1-0 as we speak. If you wanted to know about that, not surprised by any means. Starting 11 for Trinidad and Tobago. In goal, we have Marvin Philippe. The back five of Rio Cardinals, Andre Raymond, Sheldon Bateau, Justin Garcia, Tyrese Spasser. The midfield three of Daniel Phillips, Andre Rampersad, Dante Seeley, and the front two of Levi Garcia and Nathaniel James for Trinidad. For Haiti, in goal, we have Johnny Placide. The back four are Carlins Arcus, Ricardo Ade, John Kevin Duverne, Martin Experience, the attacking or the midfield four of Ruben Providence, Danley Jean-Jacques, Leverton Pierre, and Don Luicius. The front two of Duckins Nazon and Francis Perot for Haiti. In this first of two Gold Cup games, our second of three games overall today. Tomorrow we have 3 streams, 2 reviews. Of course, we have a double on Saturday. Yeah, today's Thursday. We have a double on Saturday. And we will be back. We have a double on Saturday with Canada going into River Monterrey. And then 3 streams, 2 reviews on Sunday. Those will be put up after the U.S. game's over and the reviews up for that case. So, there you go. We'll see how the second of 3 games go. No review for this one. And then we'll be live for USA versus Saudi Arabia later. Trinidad versus Haiti. Group D. In Houston. Trinidad starting 11. Phillip, Spicer, Raymond, Bateau, Garcia, Cardines, James, Phillips, Rampersad, Seeley, Garcia. For Trinidad. Starting 11 for Haiti, Placide, Experience, Duverne, Ade, Arcus, Nazon, Jean-Jacques, Pierre, Luicius, Perot, and Providence for Haiti. So Houston, here we go. All right. Halftime 1-0 Atletico over Seattle Sounders, by the way. PSG plays Botafogo. 1-0 Atleti over Seattle. Yep. I'm not shocked. Surprised it ain't more. And honestly, Atletico, Seattle rotated more. Speaking of, I mean, Atletico, Oblak, Llorente, Jimenez, Lenormand, Galan, Barrios, Colque, DePaul, Simeone, Sorloff, Alvarez. Pretty normal starting 11. MLS stadiums. I mean, yeah, the final should probably be in a NFL stadium or something like that, but most of them MLS stadiums. Also, I would hope that the Women's World Cup has CPKC Stadium as part of it because it's the first ever women's football specified stadium purpose built for women's football. So I would hope Kansas City CPKC Stadium the current stadium would have something to do with that tournament. But it's more of the size of an MLS stadium anyway. But I'm just saying, would be nice. Would be nice if it did. The final, probably a football stadium. Probably. But other than that, semifinals maybe, but most of them should be MLS stadiums plus the Kansas City Current Stadium. I think that makes sense. And I'm not saying, I mean, look what's happening with the Gold Cup and the Club World Cup. I'm not trying to say, well, the USA is big at women's football, but do I think some teams would have bad attendances, especially if they expand the tournament more? Yeah. So I think MLS stadiums would make sense. Sweetie, sweetie, Haiti. We are the police of Haiti. Sweetie, sweetie, Haiti. Yes. Yes. Also, Azteca. I think they would do better in MLS too, not to devalue them, but MLS stadiums for audiences better, atmosphere, how close you are to the pitch. Header. I mean, there's a reason why they built the CPKC stadium to more of a size of MLS then. But again, I would hope that stadium's part of it as well. The Women's World Cup on the U.S. side, because the Kansas City Current Stadium should be. It was built for women's football. It was built for the Current. It should be. 2 minutes in. Header cleared away. Haiti starting off better so far. Cleared away by Trinidad. Offside anyway. But I agree. I think MLS stadiums would be better for the Women's World Cup. Liga MX. Mexico stadiums, of course, would be Azteca and normal Liga MX stadiums. But the USA, some games on the, honestly, and by the way, let me just to be clear, I think some of the games at the Men's World Cup is going to be horribly attended at football stadiums, at NFL stadiums. I think some of those games will be horribly attended. So, to be real, I think BC Place and BMO Field, normal. So, I don't even think it's a Women's World Cup thing. I think some games next year are going to be horribly sold or horribly attended. I think, well, right now you're seeing the Gold Cup and the Club World Cup be horribly attended. So, I think you got to put the games in the right place as well. Well, true, but in a football stadium, yeah. So, and the Gold Cup, the thing about the Gold Cup is most of the stadiums they're using that aren't in Jerry World or SoFi are MLS stadiums, and they're still not selling them out. I'd say the best attendance I saw was BC Place. Like, besides, I mean, yeah, SoFi Stadium, like Mexico filled out SoFi Stadium. They filled out Jerry World. They always do. Like, I don't think that, like, that's obviously going to happen. USA, I didn't even think they really sold out PayPal Park. San Jose. And the USA was playing in San Jose. I don't even think they really sold that out, per se. The Haiti-Saudi game wasn't good, attendance-wise. The game wasn't good itself. But this is horrible. Like, look at Houston. This is an MLS stadium. This is horrible. I think BC Place did fine. I think BC Place had a really good crowd for the Canada-Honduras game. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't full, but I thought the crowd was pretty good, especially on the lower bowl, which, there you go. But I don't think the Gold Cup attendances have been that good either. Nobody's talking about it, though. Cleared away. Nobody's really talking about it, though, but I don't think the attendances for the Gold Cup have been that good either. If I'm being real. Trinidad, counterattack, ball crossed in, saved. Mostly. For example, Children's Mercy Park, new renovations. Their new TV would be better than Arrowhead in some games, despite the capacity. Talk about the Men's World Cup, I agree. But again, if we're talking about the Women's World Cup, there's a Kansas City Current Stadium. They have their own stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, by the way. There's a difference. There's two Kansas Cities. The Royals, the Chiefs, and Current play in Missouri. As of now. Sporting Kansas City plays in Kansas. Trust me, I should know. There are some things to do in Kansas City, Kansas. A couple of things. They have a strip mall. They have an outlet mall. I don't know if it's still open, but when I was there, it was there. There's Zaxby's. There's a Zaxby's in Kansas City, Kansas. There was a water park there, but then, well, look up abandoned Schlitterbahn, Kansas City. You'll get it. I don't think, 18 meaning 8 wins, 7 draws, 2 losses. Point being is there's a lot more to do in Kansas City, Missouri, but we never really went to that side of it. We just stayed KCK, but either way. Arrowhead without a roof, too. Well, it's the summer. It's not the winter. And trust me, Chiefs fans don't care. Because, do you remember the game they played against the Dolphins in the playoffs last year? Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Chiefs fans don't care. I think they want to renovate it to where there's a roof, though. If they don't move the Chiefs to Kansas. Because for some reason, St. Louis News is like, oh, the Capitol is trying to make sure the Royals and Chiefs stay in Missouri. I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, who gives a shit? There's no NFL team in St. Louis, and the Cardinals play in St. Louis. I don't care what freaking Jeff City is doing for Kansas City. Like, what? What? What makes you think? I don't know. I mean, it's cool that, I guess, besides the weather and shootings and fires, I guess we'll talk about what they're doing in Jeff City to try to keep the teams in Kansas City, Missouri, but whatever. Sure. Changes it up, I guess. Mostly fills unless it's super hot or midweek. Yeah. Sadly enough, Providence Park, I'd love to see an MLS game or a club or World Cup game be played there. It won't happen because you can't put real grass down at Providence Park. There are places that are putting down real grass for the World Cup and Club World Cup. At Providence Park, it's impossible. Because there's like water drainage like under the pitch. Or the sewer system's like under the pitch. They can't put real underground, under the pitch, under the stadium. They can't put real grass down. I think that's what it is. They can't put real grass down. Yes. Yes, I think they will. And I think they need it. I think Chicago needs a new stadium. Not exactly. I think it actually, isn't it going to be in Chicago proper as well? Yeah. It's better than Soldier Field. I'm from Chicago, and that area is super top tier. Only slot available downtown. Yeah, I will say I've been to Chicago once in 2009, and there was it's a big city. I'm not saying it isn't, but I walked around. We walked around Chicago a lot. Like, there were taxis, but we walked down the loop, the Chicago loop, and we stayed at the Trump Tower. It was 2009, okay? It's a good hotel. It was 2009 though. That was the Amtrak we took from from Alton to Chicago. But it was cool. But it was 2009. But it seems like there's no room at all. Like, no room at all. Went to the Museum of Natural History. Saw that sub. The sub thing, like the German sub. Whatever that was. The exhibit, yeah. Saw that. Picked up my Place Day. Saw that. I had a calzone. I didn't have a Chicago hot dog or Chicago pizza. I had a calzone there. Deep dish pizza is not pizza. I'm sorry. It's not pizza. It's not pizza. It's a casserole. Deep dish pizza is a casserole. 12th minute. Who scored for Atleti? Score for Atleti was Barrios. Pablo Barrios scored for Atleti. Playing forward. Trinidad. 12th minute. Trinidad Sealy. But Chicago is it's a very tight city. Like, it feels like you're being just, it feels very, I don't know how to put it, claustrophobic maybe? I don't know. And this was 2009. This was shit. 16 some years ago. 19, 20. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 16 years ago. Yep. If we're talking about the Union Station, well, I was there once. I know what you're talking about if we're talking about Union Station, because, well, we took the Amtrak to Chicago. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard Amtrak. But either way. So if it's that, well, it's probably the Metra and Amtrak train station. But either way, yeah, I remember. I remember. Not as vividly as I do Cancun, but which is weird. I remember. Yeah, there's a good bit of area there. 14th minute. Oblak made some good saves. Seattle had their chances, gotta admit. Yeah. Am I the only one who thinks UEFA, while they're playing their best 11s, a lot of the UEFA teams look fraudulent? Am I the only one that thinks the UEFA teams look a bit fraudulent? Even though they've been playing their best 11s, but am I the only one that thinks they look fraudulent? Or they do a bit? It's been vacant for years because nobody made a move. The White Sox wanted it, but Chicago Fire having their own funds, not getting the city involved would make it so much easier and approachable. Yeah, I'm glad the Sox didn't get it, because it would be weird if both the Sox and the Cubs were on the north side. Like, that's just, no. We did go past Wrigley Field. When I was in Chicago, I know we went past Wrigley Field. We never went to a game, but we did see Wrigley Field because we were in Wrigleyville because that's where we went to the Harry Carries over there. So I did see Wrigley Field, but if teams look tired, well, that's also fair. Philippe makes a save. It would be shot wide. It would be weird. White Sox should just move. I mean, out to another city. I mean, they suck, but I still think if, like, White Sox move to Nashville, because that's kind of the talk, is if it happens, it's going to be Nashville or something. I don't know. No, it wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't feel right. I don't think it would feel right. Playing forward. Header. Funnily enough, isn't like the Nashville Sounds the White Sox AAA affiliate? Speaking of, I think it is. Hold on. I think it is. At least it was at some point, I think. Barons are second or double A. Hold on. Oh, Milwaukee Brewers. They are the Brewers now, but I could have sworn at some point they were the White Sox in 93 to 97. So it was the White Sox AAA affiliate. Here we go. Charlotte Knights. Okay. 0-0. True. They'll always have that World Series in 2005, though, and win one before the Cubs. Oh, they also have the Pope. They also have the Pope. I don't think you could move the White Sox till the Pope dies. Like, it would kind of be sacrilegious at this point. They did sweep Houston that year. Yeah. I don't know how those White Sox would have done against the Cardinals, though. I think those White Sox got lucky. The Cardinals didn't win the NLCS that year. Yep, 2020 Abreu, 2020 or 2021. But then that's why you don't hire Tony La Russa. As a Cardinals fan, second, Tony La Russa never was that good. As a Cardinals fan, second, Tony La Russa was always a fraud. It was never him, I can tell you that much. It was never him, I can tell you that much. It was Walt Jocketty. Tony La Russa retired after he got dumped by the White Sox, which he should have. But he should have never came back in the first place. But even when he was with the Cardinals, you know who built those World Series teams? Walt Jocketty. Rest in peace, because I think he just died recently. Walt Jocketty built those teams. Tony La Russa didn't build shit. And then the heart of the 2011 team was built by Jocketty. You realize ever since like the heart that Jocketty put into the Cardinals, you do realize that ever since Mozeliak took over and most of the moves were John Mozeliak, they've sucked. They have not won since 2011. Since the moves have become most of Mazalok's guys, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. The sad part is that 22 team could have won. That 2022 Cardinals team could have won in spite of Mazalok and Ali Marmol. Because I was believing for a second that Yachty and Pujols were going to do it. I was believing for a second that Yachty and Pujols turned back the years and were going to win. They won the Central. I thought maybe, I legit thought for a while, I don't know about win it, but I actually believed for a second that a Cardinals Blue Jays World Series was a realistic prospect in 2022. I believe the Blue Jays were the best team in the AL. Not because I'm biased, because I thought they were. And the Cardinals were the best team in the NL by the time the playoffs rolled around. And they both got knocked out of the wild card series. Man, that hurt. I still would have rooted for the Jays in 22 if it was Jays Cardinals World Series. But if Pujols won, I've been like, okay, fine by me. Maybe it's a good thing it didn't end up that way. I still am so pissed off about that Seattle series. That was also the Philadelphia series. But at least the Cardinals went down without really any controversy. The Blue Jays, on the other hand, blew it. The Central, yes. Anything else? No. The Cubs ain't doing nothing but winning the Central. Maybe win around. You still got to deal with the Mets or Dodgers. No way is that happening. No, the Dodgers are beatable this year. Maybe the Dodgers choke again in the division series. You ain't beating the Mets, though. The Cubs ain't beating the Mets, though. Nah. Best case scenario, NLCS against the Mets. 5 games. 5 games. Mets over Cubs, 5 games. Best case scenario. Maybe 6. The Mets are going to the World Series. Mets versus Blue Jays. I'm calling it now. Mets versus Blue Jays. What it should have been in 2015, 10 years later. Mets versus Toronto Blue Jays. What it should have been in 2015. We're just coming back around in 10 years later. Come back around 10 years later. Toronto versus the Mets. '23rd minute. Okay. I don't know her. And the Cubs don't have Marcus Stroman anymore, so I don't really care if y'all win or not. Now, if you make it and the Jays don't, and you somehow beat the Mets, fine, I'll root for the Cubs. But you don't have Marcus Stroman anymore, so I really could care less. I really could care less, Well, I don't really, true. Still doesn't make me like the Yankees, though, so, whatever. I'm just saying. Oh, speaking of, boom. Boom. Speaking of, boom. Well, Ramos went to the Dodgers game. Yep. Thought the Yankees win today. They finally had one. They finally got one. Good. Yep. And they might just do it again. What do you mean? He's a Boston Red Sox fan. Oh, no. Don't tell me you're making a CM Punk reference. It's like, you're not the Boston Red Sox. You're the New York Yankees. Well, because I don't like the Yankees. I'm a Toronto Blue Jays fan. But I love John Cena. I know it doesn't make any sense. Why would I like the Yankees? I'm a Blue Jays fan. Not if you play the Jays. Not if you play the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are hot, and Vladdy ain't even hot right now. Santander isn't even playing, and the Jays are hot right now. When Vladdy starts smashing home runs and Santander starts playing well like he normally does, he has a horrible start to the season, but once he gets about June-ish, it starts going, and he was injured. Once Santander starts getting going and Vladdy starts getting going, it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Oh, and Max Scherzer is getting healthy again, by the way. Max Scherzer is about to start getting it going for the Jays as well. I'm just saying. Cubs. Kyle Raleigh's a good player, but sadly enough, the Mariners aren't good enough. Like, Kyle Raleigh could hit 60 home runs this year, and the Mariners would still miss the playoffs. 0-0. Haiti's had 5 shots. No teams have had shots on goal. Trinidad has a shot. 0-0. Jays, Mets, World Series. I think that's a good call. Oh, Albert Rusnak scored. It's 2-1 Atletico, but Albert Rusnak scored. Yeah, it's horrible. Goal for Haiti is offside. Yeah, it's horrible. We already touched on that. Yeah, no, that's offside. Yep. Barely, but it is. Atletico has a 2-1 lead. Rusnak gets one back. Witzel made it 2-0. Witzel made it 2-0. Rusnak makes it 2-1. Goal kick for Trinidad. So, Miami won, man. Crazy. USA going to win or lose. I think it's going to be 1-0 either way or a draw. I could see the USA. I think the USA, if they win, it'll be 1-0. If it's going to be a Saudi win, it's going to be 1-0. I see a draw. I see a draw with that game, honestly. Yeah, that would have been better, but where to put it? Like, but where would you put it, though? In Brooklyn. Where would you put this game? That actually has a lot of seats. It's the Gold Cup. Let's remember. They want to act like this is something big, you know. It has to have some amount of seats. Where would you put it? That's more like at least 10K. Yeah, CONCACAF, honestly, sometimes they don't put these games in the right place. And the sad part is Trinidad and Haiti are playing in Houston. The USA is playing in Austin. So they could have put this anywhere. They could have put this anywhere. They didn't have to put this in Houston. They really are not good at picking where to put these games. 3-1 at Letty. Barrios with the second goal. 3-1. Not good. Not good. Water break. PSG or Botafogo? PSG. PSG. Oh, look. D-Rose at the Seattle game. Ha! 0-0. Derrick Rose. It's sad how his career went down. I will say that much. Still 0-0. Throw in. All right. Here we go. Throw in. 0-0. 3-1. PSG is going to beat up. Haiti chasing the ball. Remember Brandon Roy from the Portland Trailblazers? Yeah. Yeah. Not vividly, but a little bit. Name's familiar. Name's familiar. Oh. 32nd minute. Ha 32nd minute save. He was also so good. Unfortunate about his knees. Yeah. 32nd minute. Thirty-third minute, 0-0. Hopefully you don't become a Texas Rangers fan. Or a Houston Astros fan. Hopefully not. Oh. 34th minute. Paul Maurice gave the last shift to the Panthers' fourth line in Game 6. You know what? Yep. I will say Paul Maurice is a damn good coach. Paul Maurice is you know what? I will say Paul Maurice is a class act. Even though the shit that his team pulls. Either way. Sometimes you got to push the boundaries to win. I understand that. But, you know, I think, I will say, I still think Paul Maurice is a class act. Haiti, oh my! Lets it bounce through his legs. Why does everyone make it about the Leafs? Because that's what happens. Yep. I would say probably top 5. I'd say top 5. Still 3-1 Atletico. 35th minute. Playing forward. 0-0. Haiti has not found the back of the net yet. Well, except for an offside goal. But yep. Whew. 37th minute. Thirty-seventh minute. Yep. Is it true Botafogo want Bernadeschi? I'm not sure. I don't know if I believe it's true until it happens. They do love having former MLS players, though. So do with that what you will. Quanza's going to Leverkusen from Liverpool for around $40 million. Liverpool already moved on to sign Gahey. That's not a bad change. That's not a bad replacement. Quanza, solid player, but I think going to Leverkusen would be good for him overall. I think it would be good for him overall to grow into the player that he should be. Yeah. I don't think that's a bad. I can't believe it either. It's honestly probably half the reason Klopp left is that he had to send to spend. He had to sell to spend. And now Arne Slot's getting as much as he wants. They're actually backing him. Like, I mean, I'm not saying FSG didn't back Klopp, but he had to sell to spend. I mean, look at Coutinho. So they got Alisson and Van Dijk. And honestly, they only got players that sort of fit his system and weren't really that good. Playing forward, Trinidad. Oh! Free kick for Trinidad. So it's kind of crazy how they're backing Arne Slot so much better. I mean, red card. Red card for Haiti. A dog-so red card puts Haiti down a man. Oh, Duvern's off. Duvern is off. I mean, that was dog-so. Last man back. That was going to be a shot on goal if Duvern didn't do that. Last man back. Boom. Yep, red card. I think that's the right call. Atletico 3-1 so far. CONCACAF playing in New York City versus Red Bull Atlas or Tigres at City Field for Leagues Cup. That'd be cool if they did it. 3-1 Atletico. Yep, Liverpool has to spend money now. They have leverage in the Premier League now. They have the best project. I agree. I don't see why this should come back on VAR. I think this is a red card. There's no way this should be overturned. This is exactly the definition of dog-so. This is the definition of denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Last man back. That was going to be a shot on goal. That was going to be a shot on goal if he didn't make that tackle. This is a red card. There's no way this gets overturned. This cannot get overturned. No way. Zero. No way. And it's going to be a red card. Good. It would have been a horrible call if this was overturned. Free kick for Trinidad. Would have been horrible if this was overturned. I mean, that was obviously a red. Like, this is dog so to the freaking letter. This was dog so to the letter. Dog so to the letter. Probably the Mavs. I'm hoping. What I'm hoping is Ace Bailey's shenanigans have him drop to number 9. Guess who's picking there? Ace Bailey to the Toronto Raptors. That sounds good to me. Ace Bailey to the Raptors. That sounds good to me. The dude ain't taking frickin' workouts with the frickin' 76ers. This man thinks he won't drop. I hope he drops to number 9. Ace Bailey to Toronto. Sounds like a steal to me. Garvin Metusala coming on for Haiti. Former Forge player Garvin Metusala. Garvin Metusala for Duckins Nazan. So basically, park the bus and hope to hell Trinidad doesn't score on us is their plan. Is their plan. One striker and put everybody behind the ball is their plan. Save. Save by Placide, he'll clear. Placide, he'll clear. So basically the plan is sit back, see what happens. Maybe get one off the break with Piro. But honestly, I think they're going to be... Duvern's going to miss match day 3 versus the United States for a red card. Toluca wants Lucho Acosta now. Don't! Wait, does that mean Paradella's not going to Toluca? Wait. Whoa. So does that... Hold on. If Toluca wants Lucho Acosta, which is a bad idea, is that good for Toronto? Well, I guess that's good for Toronto. It's all yours. Make a run for Paradella, bro. It's all yours. Okay. Dallas wants to get rid of Acosta. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. I told you, Acosta. I don't think you want him. I don't. This is not going to end well. It's not going to end well. 6 months at Dallas. They want to throw Acosta off. Yep, I'm not surprised. Like, if he's an MLS MVP level candidate, why the hell is Dallas getting rid of him? Picked up. Penalty? Penalty for Haiti. Huh? Nah, man. Yellow card, penalty for Haiti. Nah, man. Offside. The play was offside, but ball falls over to a Haitian. Nah, that's soft. That is soft, Babato. That is soft. Soft. Soft serve. Soft serve. The dude went down. I don't think that's a pen. I think Trinidad just got jobbed. Sheldon Bateau gets a yellow card. I think Trinidad just got jobbed. Red card and gives away a penalty right before the end of the half. Of course. That's got to suck. "45th minute. Well, you just blew it. Just blew it. And Trinidad just probably blew it. Up a man and allow and give away a penalty right at the end of the half. Philip goes onto the line. Nah, this is soft. This is soft. This is soft. This should not be a penalty. Nah, man. They checking on VAR? Are they checking on VAR? Three minutes of stoppage time. Nah, this should be overturned. No. The referee's taking his sweet-ass time, so they're checking something. Whether it's a card or whether it's the penalty, I'm not sure. I hope it's the penalty because this should be overturned. This should be overturned. Nah, I think this was soft. This was soft. Soft. So it is Toronto. So it is Toronto. Has to be. Huh, interesting. Interesting. Because it was Cruz Azul, Toronto, and Toluca, so it's okay. Okay. Unless somebody else came in that we don't know about that's a higher roller. We'll find out soon. We'll find out soon. 47th minute. Going to the far monitor. They're going to the monitor. They're going to the monitor. As they should. As they should go to the monitor. I wonder if this is for the card or for the penalty itself. This is soft. This is soft. I don't think this should be a penalty. This is soft. I mean, he went down himself. I don't feel like that was a push. I don't see the push. I think he got touched and he went down. He got touched and he went down. Which, understandable, but he got touched and went down. This is going to be harsh if this stands. And if this is any more than a yellow card and it stands, that's even more harsh. It should not be a penalty. No. I think it's soft. Soft, 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 soft. Soft serve. DQ soft serve. That's what this is. DQ soft serve. Brad Marchand's favorite treat. DQ soft serve. That's what this is. That's what this is. Rory's the only one who's going to get that. I know. Cruz Azul doesn't really need him either. They have Bogusz and Faravelli that can play as a 10. Yeah. DQ soft serve. Brad Marchand's favorite treat. Marchand, either way. Let's see the call. Please tell me it gets overturned. Drop ball. No penalty. No penalty. Woo. I love it. I knew you would. I mean, DQ soft serve is very good, though. I understand it. But no penalty. No penalty, no penalty, no penalty. Good. Good. That should have never been a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's pulled back, drop ball, Trinidad. Soft. So no card for Bateau either, I would guess. I would hope. They overturned the card for him. 3 minutes of stoppage time. So we go to 53rd minute. That was not a penalty. Nah. No way, no how, no, 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 no. 3-1, Atletico, 77th minute. 3-1, Atletico. So, 50th minute, 0-0. Settle. Oh, look at that. Obed Vargas created the cross for Sounders' goal against Madrid. Of course. Of course he did. Obed Vargas he's damn good. He's damn good. Sadly, well, he chose Mexico. I don't know if that's sad or not, but either way. Seattle Sounders PSG at CenturyLink Field. All right. 78th minute. 51st minute. Ooh. Chips over. Good clearance. Trinidad's not really building out anything after that red card, which is just, Lord. That's bad. $52nd minute. 0-0. One more minute to go. So, halftime, 0-0. Settle. 0-0. Settle. Draw after 45. We'll have another 45 minutes when it comes to this game. And then we have the USA Saudi later. And that is a review after we're done with the stream. And there you go. Haiti's down a man. And they didn't get their penalty. Because they shouldn't have. Soft. But yeah. Well, halftime. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight. We will be back. 0-0. Settle. Miro tiempo. 0-0 halftime. Sit tight. Be back. We're back for the stats at the half. All right. We have 45% possession and 55% possession. 1 shot to 8. 0 shots on goal to 1. 97 accurate passes to 118. 72% to 78%. 7 fouls to 7. 0 corners to 4. 1 shot to 8. 1 shot to 5. 1 shot off target to 5. 0 shots on goal to 1. 134 pass to 151. 97%. 72% pass accuracy. 78% pass accuracy. We have 10 throws to 14. 0 offside to 2. 0 yellow card to 0. 0 red card to 1. Haiti have slightly been the better team, even though they've given away a red card. Trinidad have been on the back foot for most of the game. Now that they have 11v10, now that they have a man up, for the 5 minutes they had to play up a man was not good for them. I told you. I told y'all about Porto. I told you. Sometimes, well, there it was. With that being said, told y'all. I didn't think Porto's that bad. I told you they were a clown show. With that being said, Trinidad's got to do a lot to get their goal and get this win. They don't look pretty. Even when they've been up a man, the 5 minutes, they did not look good. So the question is, how does this second half go? 88th minute, 3-1 Atletico Madrid over Seattle. Not surprised. See how the full time goes for that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification once subscribed. Of course, let's get this one going. That was all right. Yep. 1, 2. Okay. So there'll be 7 streams up on the streaming tab, on the streams tab for the next 3 days. Once we get the USA review over with. So, but 357 days to the World Cup. Holy crap, it's flying. It's going to fly by. But again, we'll see how the second half goes. And then the USA game. Miami makes it to the round 16. They'll face PSG or Atletico Madrid. As a Messi fan, the last thing I want to see is Messi getting humiliated by PSG. Well, at least you won't be the only ones. At least you won't be the only ones. It'd be funny if he somehow got revenge on him, though. That'd be funny. Think Botafogo will upset PSG? Nope. If they do, it makes Atletico and Milan look horrible. Horrible if they do. Even get a draw. Like, PSG set the bar. They better beat them like 6-0. If they don't, that's still embarrassing. I mean, you got the 3 points, so I guess it doesn't matter, but, you know. Do with that what you will. Three to 1 Atletico. 90 minutes. But there's no way PSG get upset by Botafogo. The upset would be if Botafogo, honestly, the real chance is if Botafogo doesn't get scored, 5 goals scored on them. Well, we'll see how the second half goes. Mascherano said after the match, Messi played while he was injured and left the match with discomfort. And he still scored a goal. No, he played every minute. No, Messi played every minute, and he also took a really bad tackle at the end there. But he played every minute. He didn't come off. I mean, after the game was over, yeah. But either way, that could have been the tackle, but he'll play. Miami can get out of the group stage. Yeah, all they have to do is draw. That'll do it. Winning will have them win the group. Messi's a badass. I do agree with that. Second half about to start. Second half, here we go. Can Trinidad find a winner in this second half? Here we go, second half. Yeah. They have to win the group to do that. 45th minute. They have to beat Palmeiras to do that. '45th minute. Playing forward. Can Trinidad find some here? Spicer doesn't get there. Wide goal kick for Trinidad. Had a good chance. But again, they're not looking to. They're looking like they're about to get dominated by a 10-man Haiti. This is crazy. This is crazy. Playing forward. Trinidad, 45 minutes to find a goal. Trying to find a goal to take the lead. Good run. It's out. How's Trinidad struggling? Maybe they're just not good enough. Trinidad Tobago eliminated with a loss and a Saudi Arabia win or draw versus the USA. Haiti's eliminated with a loss and a USA win or draw versus Saudi Arabia. I mean, I'm not surprised you did. Goal for Haiti. They took the lead. Oh my God. Trinidad down to a 10-man Haiti. It's been bad for Trinidad. Francie Pirot finds the goal. Our Trinidad losing against 10 men. They just suck. Playing forward. Trinidad sucks. Cross in. Francie Pirot. Lucius with a cross. Francie Pirot. Just past Phillip. And it's 1-0 Haiti. And honestly, they deserve that. Let's be real. Losing to 10 men. You got to be kidding me. Hopefully this is a wake-up call for Trinidad. I don't know. Protects his post, and Francie Pirot puts it just side to him. Marchment's going to the Kraken. Whoa. 50th minute. Spicer. Francie Pirot, 49th minute goal. 11 goals, last 10 international appearances. So over a goal per game with Haiti for Francie Pirot. And even as Upper Man, or even Upper Man Trinidad is losing to Haiti. Brought down. Miami, I'm sure their PSG won't show mercy to Miami. I'm sure their Qatari president who hates Messi will tell the players to score as many as they can. Yeah. Only for a third and fourth. Wow. Here comes Haiti down the wing. Haiti down the wing again. Haiti still shot over the bar. Man, how are you getting dominated? Like, you gotta be shit. Like, you gotta be shit. They got dominated by a team who's up a man, or down a man, I should say, as a team who's up a man. That's just, wow. Haiti don't die. That's what I'm going to say. Haiti don't die. Haiti have 3 points now. If there is a loss by Saudi Arabia, Haiti will have a very good chance of getting to the knockout stage, but they have to beat the USA to do that, which playing forward. The USA could still get grouped. If the USA loses to Saudi and Haiti beats the USA, they could make it out with Saudi Arabia. That'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. In the end, it's 3-1 Atletico over Seattle. 53rd minute. Atletico beats Seattle 3-1. Fifty-third minute. Playing forward, save, picked up by Philippe. Man, Trinidad is just, dude. Playing forward, Trinidad, can they find an answer and equalize? Over the top. Is he onside? Shot! Oh my God! That's horrible. James puts it wide. See if the flag comes up. Did it? Doesn't matter. Playing forward. Trinidad's second shot. I cannot believe it, man. Spicer. Oh! Oh! Took a tumble. Seattle got a steal. Mason's second line player for only a third and fourth. Yeah, that's called a fleece. Spicer kept running and just fell. Gill. Molino. Subbing on. 3 subs for Trinidad. The offseason for hockey is here. Yep. And basketball's about to hit one as well. And Yates. Stephen Yates is on as well. Stephen Yates for Trinidad. Seeley's off. James is off. Honestly, yeah, you do got to make a change like that. Kevin Molino's on. Phillips is off. Yates, Molino, and Gill on. Trinidad's getting owned by 10-man Haiti. This is just... This sucks for Haiti. They outplayed Saudi Arabia. Will get grouped because this Trinidad squad is worse than trash. Well, no. No, because if Saudi beats the USA, which they can do, Haiti plays the USA on the final match day. That game means a lot for both teams. And Haiti don't die. Haiti could beat the USA. It's still mathematically possible that Haiti groups the USA. Oh. Well, no, that would be 6 points to 3. So, yeah. Now, if it's a draw, that doesn't do anything. But if it's a win for Haiti, I'm just saying mathematically, if Saudi Arabia wins tonight, they're on 6 points. USA's only on 3. If Haiti were to win, they're tied 3-3 on points. Yeah, the goal differential is towards the United States, even if they lost. Most likely. With that being said, though, USA ain't that good. I feel like they really just beat the hell out of a Trinidad team that was horrible. I think Haiti's better than that. They're going to give that USA squad fits. Saudi Arabia will too. I don't know. Do I think Trinidad's going to lose to Saudi? Probably. But it's still, I'm just saying it's mathematically possible. I still don't think this USA squad's that good. Especially after watching this game. I really don't. I still don't think that USA Gold Cup squad is that good. It's just the wrong team I thought would group them. But either way, I still don't think that USA squad's that good. US-17's beating Saudi Arabia tonight. Again, I don't think this USA squad's that good. I don't. I think it's a closer game than we think. I think it's going to be a very tight game between the USA and Saudi. It's going to be a 1-0 win either way if there's a win. If there's a win, it's going to be 1-0. Either way. I don't think it's going to be an ass-kicking by the USMNT. I don't think. They may win, yeah. Could it be a draw? Yeah. I think it's going to be a very close win either way. Somebody's going to score a goal. That'll probably be it. It's going to take a while for both teams to get close or pop one in, I should say. I'm just saying, I don't think this USA team's that good. Just because they beat Trinidad 5-0, let's not gaslight ourselves into thinking this USA team is actually that good. It's the same squad who got owned by Turkey and Switzerland. Saudi Arabia is no Turkey and Switzerland, but they're solid. '60th minute, but we'll see. I think we're very much now on the other side of the spectrum with the USMNT. After that 5-0 win, people are like, oh, well, you know what? We were complaining about nothing. Okay, embarrassed by the Swiss, but owned by Turkey is a little bit harsh, but they did lose. I really said owned because of the Swiss game, but okay. I probably should have been like lost to Turkey and owned by the Swiss. Maybe that's what I should have said, but that's on me. Either way, I should have said. 2 weird-ass goals. Fair. Here's what I should have said. They lost to Turkey and got owned by Switzerland. That's what I should have said. If the order of the games were different, I don't know if people would have freaked out as much. But this U.S. team is not that good. Shot. Oh, God. This Trinidad team is horrible. The U.S. went from playing 2 pretty solid European sides with a C team to playing a very horrible Trinidad side. Because, dude, I'm disappointed. Like, Trinidad might be the biggest disappointment of this Gold Cup. And Jamaica exists. Like, I expected Jamaica under McLaren to be crap. Trinidad, I had a lot of expectations for. And they're getting owned by a 10-man Haiti. They were getting owned by Haiti before they went down to 10, but they're even getting owned even more up a man. No, I expected McLaren's Jamaica to suck. I've been saying he's trash since he got appointed. I've been watching the Jamaica game since he got appointed in September, and I've been like, oh, this is horrible. The funny joke is, you weren't here. I don't know if you were. I told somebody that I really care about to bet on Jamaica and the over when they played Cuba that first game McLaren was manager. And it ended up being a 0-0 draw. Luckily, they didn't listen to me. Luckily, that person did not listen to me. Because I would have been mad if they did. Well, not mad at them, but mad at myself. I would have been mad at myself if they did listen and then get mad at me and then stop meaning a lot to me because they listened to my stupid prediction. Steve McLaren, you lucky. You lucky you didn't. You're lucky they didn't listen to my... I didn't know McLaren would be that bad is my point. But that was the first game he coached. I was like, hey, pick pick Jamaica in the over when they played Cuba if you're going to bet on something. Because we were talking about, I was like, hey, if you're going to bet, because it was like, they don't bet much, but we were talking about it. Rory knows exactly who I'm talking about. Blitzov's not here, so that doesn't matter. Either way. Either way. Here's Tyrese Spicer. Shot, goal! Oh, no, off the post. Damn it, Tyrese. Either way. That's just okay. So, yeah, I'm glad that didn't ruin anything. I'm glad that call didn't ruin anything because I was like, hey, if you're going to bet on, if you want something to bet on, because it was something like that, be like, hey, bet on the CONCACAF Nations League, Jamaica versus Cuba, Jamaica and over. On my days, Trinidad does actually suck. So no, I've been pissed off at Steve McLaren for like, I have no reason to be. But after that game, I'm like, you were a fraud. You were a fraud. Like, I was like after that game, in between the two that we did, or I did live, I sent a message like, I hope you didn't take my advice about the Jamaica game. And if you did, I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. I didn't realize that Steve McLaren was a fraud. Some along those lines. How did he hit the post? He did. Here comes Spicer. Cross in, blocked. Jesus, this is bad. Yes, because that means Toronto will beat them every single time they play them. And I would love that. So basically, here's my thing. Never tell somebody you care about to bet on something, even if that's your expertise. It might blow up in your face. Luckily for me, it didn't. But that's what put McLaren under fraud watch for me, and I've been calling his ass out for months. Even though that did not go left. No, there was no listening. There was no bet on Jamaica. I didn't bet on it. I said do it, and then luckily there was nobody. There was no listening to that tip. Good. It did not go left, but that's what put Steve McLaren under fraud watch for me, and I've been on his ass ever since. The Jamaican team under Steve McLaren is a joke, but on the other hand, never tell somebody you care about or somebody that you love to bet on something, even if that's your expertise. Never. It's a bad idea. It didn't blow up in my face, but I learned. Never do it. Never do it. It's different giving predictions on this channel and all that. And on this channel, goal! Trinidad gets a goal! Trinidad scores 1-1. They might still have a chance. Garcia scores 1-1. Finally, 67th minute, they have a chance to get a winning goal. Justin Garcia, there it is. Free kick, ball played over. Oh, don't tell me it's offside. Garcia with a header and in. Don't tell me it's offside. Don't tell me it's offside. Don't tell me. Justin Garcia with a header. I don't think it is, but it's close. It's close. The good thing is it's CONCACAF. It's going to take, well, will take forever, but they're going to have to draw the lines. The backside dude was off. I was looking at Garcia. Pagan and Atis are on for Haiti. It genuinely might be. Oh, God. Trinidad, you do my head in. Garcia was on. Just let it be. Let them have it. Let them have it. Garcia's second goal, 31 international appearances. Keeper has the ball on his hand, under his arm. I can't believe Mexico's coach gave Bozo some praise. That's so rare. Well, I guess that's a good thing, I guess. Garcia was on. Trinidad's celebrating. I guess it's still on then. Goal. 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 Goal, goal, goal. 1-1. And they're making their subs, Haiti. Can Trinidad find a winning goal in 20 minutes? But again, never, ever, ever listen to me. Never, ever, ever tell somebody you truly care about or truly love to bet on something. Never. Even if it's your expertise. Don't do it. It didn't blow up in my face. It might blow up in yours. Take it from me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do it. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. It's different. It's different to making predictions. If you listen to my predictions and bet on it, frankly, that's on you. That's on you. Y'all are cool, but that's on you. If I'm wrong, that's on you. Spicer, Tyrese Spicer has the ball crossed in, brought down. Oh my God. This is just a comedy of errors. Are we kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is a comedy of errors. It's the freaking Three Stooges. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. Jesus, this is the frickin' Three Stooges. I'm losing my mind. It might be the fact that I'm behind on sleep a little bit, probably. Halaban! Well, no, that was either way. And there's a fight. Oh. Everyone asked me for predictions so they could bet the opposite. I mean, some of my predictions are right. Look at the Miami game. I told y'all asses about Porto. I told you what happened. When I'm not biased, I do pretty damn well. When I go full unbiased, I do pretty well. It's just when I get biased, it gets bad. When I get biased, it gets bad. I don't think I was biased towards Jamaica at the time. 1-1. I don't think I was biased towards Jamaica at the time. That was just I thought the forwards that they had would beat the shit out of Cuba at the time. They didn't. Because McLaren's a fraud. And that's when alarm bells were ringing in my head. Well, yeah. But either way, since you weren't here, you get that story. You're welcome. I think I told that story when it happened the first time, but when it actually happened. But either way. Header. Shot. Save. Hope we could beat those Saudis. The last time we played them was 0-0. You know, I could see it being a tight game. I think a 1-0 win either way wouldn't shock me. Or a draw for that matter. I don't think it's going to be a really open game either way. I don't think it's going to be a goal fest. I don't think it's going to be an open game. Either team wins 1-0 or it's a draw. A 1-1, 0-0 draw. I think that's what we're getting. But we'll find out. Halfway through the second match day of the Gold Cup group stage after the USA-Saudi game. Jamaica, Guadeloupe, Guatemala, Panama are tomorrow. So we'll be live for the Chelsea game tomorrow at 1 p.m. and we'll review the Chelsea game, Chelsea Flamengo game when it's over. We'll be live for Jamaica, Guadeloupe. And then we'll be live for Guatemala, Panama and review Guatemala, Panama. Saturday, we will be live for Canada, Curacao, as well as, it's a double review, River Plate versus Monterrey. We'll have both those games live. We'll go through the Canada game, through the Monterrey River Plate game, double live, double review on Saturday. And then Sunday, we have 3 streams, 2 reviews once again. Yeah. So those streams will come up after this, after the USA review comes up on the channel. So wait for those to come up. 75th minute. No, I'm just telling you what's happening. I'm just telling you what's happening over the next couple of days. That's all I was doing. Because this game's getting slow. It's a water break. There was a water break happening. What else was I supposed to do? I'm going to be here till the end of the game, of course, and we move on to Saudi Arabia, USA as well. Then we'll review that. But I was just saying what's happening. As well as I'm just saying we're halfway through the group stage, the second match round of the group stage of CONCACAF Gold Cup. Then we have 2 match days for the end of the group. They'll play 2 groups each day. I think, Sunday and Tuesday. And then we're done with the group stage. Just going to cry again. 77th minute. So there you go. No, PSG Botafogo hasn't started yet. Header. Oh, he got it. Man, Trinidad looks so shaky, man. They look smelly. They look so bad, man. Oh, my God. Trinidad looks so bad, man. They could take the lead, and now they're just, hey, we're going to let Haiti chase the freaking game. Are you out of your mind? Jesus Christ. Of course they are. It's not even August in Mississippi yet. You don't even know. Buddy, you don't even know. Like, dude, I wore a suit in Mississippi in August. Full suit. And I didn't get swamp ass. Buddy, crying about the heat. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Like the hottest you could ever get in the USA. Well, at least, it was a humid. No, it was a humid heat. It was a humid heat. It wasn't a dry heat. Humid heat's worse. I don't care what those desert folks say in Arizona. I don't care what they say. A humid heat is worse. August in Mississippi is hell. Especially wearing well, I don't know about that. I didn't get swamp ass wearing a suit, but you want to talk about heat? You want to talk about heat? Go to Mississippi in August. See how you feel. See how you feel. I'm sure you won't like it. Me, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Haiti gets eliminated with a loss. USA winner draw versus Saudi Arabia. Which, a Saudi Arabia win over USA and a Trinidad loss eliminates Trinidad, which is weird, but okay. So, little 79th minute. '80th minute. Two subs for Haiti. I'll have to watch the Halaban game. If OKC wins, I'll be mad. I have a bad feeling it's going to... I have a bad feeling. I hope I'm wrong, but I have a bad feeling. Inter Miami just became the first CONCACAF club to beat a European team. Forget MLS. Miami just became the first CONCACAF club to beat a European team in general. How nuts. Not even official matches, by the way. Over the top. Miami waving the MLS flag. Miami's writing history. Messi doing GOAT things. Throw in. Foul. Nope. Haiti going the other way. '83rd minute. (1-1) 83rd minute. '83rd minute. Ah. Cool. 83rd minute. 84th minute. And it's a penalty. A penalty for Haiti. We are the police of Haiti. Sweetie, sweetie Haiti. That was outside the box. One. Second of all, no, that was a tackle. Raymond might have caused a penalty. Jesus, Lord. Penalty for Haiti. Ha, ha. Trinidad just can't figure it out, man. Penalty for Haiti. 85th minute. The player to take the penalty is Mondi Prunier. Cool. Nice. Prunier to take the penalty versus Philip. Yeah, we'll go there. Philip Prunier. Shot over the bar! Over the bar! Oh my God! No way! Trinidad still has life! Oh my God, this game! Wow. This game is, this is a comedy errors in general now. That's a draw and a win, a penalty shootout win for third place. That sounds to me like a draw with a penalty shootout win. But I guess, okay. So the first MLS team. Okay. But beating that Madrid team on penalties, shit, that is pretty good. Trinidad, that is pretty good. This team's not beating the USA. Because they are. That was bad. So I guess it will be Saudi Arabia, USA, no matter what. Damn it. Spicer off for Thomas. Yeah, okay. But if the USA are as bad as we say, Canada beat the shit out of them, yeah? So why would they miss a penalty at this moment when everything's on the line? Because they did. I mean, lots of pressure. The dude's a backup striker, as well as the fact they're down a man and they took off another striker so they could have a defender. He should not have been taking that penalty. That should not have been his penalty. It should have been Perot's or Nazon's, but even then, I'm surprised they didn't give it to Danley Jean-Jacques. That probably would have been smarter. Playing forward. And he just underruns it. Are we kidding? 88th minute. The bad thing is whoever wins this game, if there is a winner, are going to lose to whoever they play on, is it Sunday? Sunday. Yeah, they're going to lose anyway. Problem is they're going to lose anyway. Trinidad's going to lose to Saudi. Haiti's going to lose to the USA probably. So you have a point. You're probably right. But 88th minute, Garcia's down. Well, at least this is almost over. Excuse me. If they win this game, either if Saudi loses to the USA or Trinidad wins this game, well, if the USA, well, either way, if the USA wins, but Trinidad, if Trinidad draws this game and the USA wins, Trinidad could still make the next group or the knockout stage with a win on Sunday. But one more minute to go. Trinidad sub. If they win, it's a lot easier. Yeah, but Haiti would have to beat the USA. That's not happening. The U.S. may suck, but I don't think they're bad enough to lose to Haiti, honestly. They may lose to Saudi, but we'll see what happens. '89th minute. And how much stoppage time? We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes of stoppage time to decide if there will be a winner on either side. Trinidad, oh God. No free kick. Cross in, and they miss the header. Blocked. Header. '91st minute. '91st minute. Trinidad attacking. Goes down. Free kick. Free kick for Trinidad. Matusala gets a yellow card. '92nd minute. Here's the free kick. Here's the free kick. Shot over the bar. 2 minutes to go, left of stoppage time. Goal kick. Oh, it's actually a corner. Okay, it took a deflection. Took a deflection. Took a deflection. Corner, corner, corner. 94th minute. 1 more minute plus stoppage time, or 1 more minute of stoppage time. 1-1, uno. Cross in. Header. And Trinidad don't seem to have. And that's not a free kick? Are you kidding me? And Haiti's on the break. Haiti's on the break. Haiti's on the break. Can they make it 2? Oh. Safe. 30 seconds to go. Haiti could have made it 2. And no, they won't. Philippe, or I should say, my bad. Placide jumps forward and gets it. That should be enough to get the draw, which both teams would still be alive with a draw. Neither team would be eliminated with a draw, no matter who wins if there's a winner in the other game. Shot blocked. Shot. Top of the box. Haiti cleared. Will they get a chance to attack? Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Takes him on. Shot over the bar. No. No. The last chance of the game. Gill over the bar by far. My God. And that's full time. Full time. Oh, yeah, we don't write that down. Full time, 1-1. With that being said, both teams are still alive for Sunday, but not good enough. No matter who wins, if there is a winner, it doesn't eliminate either team, Trinidad or Haiti. If there's a draw, still doesn't eliminate them. Would be harder to. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Subscribe. Send chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you at basically in 20 minutes, give or take. Or 25 minutes, give or take, for the USA, the Saudi Arabia-USA game. Sit tight. We'll be back soon. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya.